Hi friends, I hope you're coping and that life is being kind to you. I haven't done one of these mental health chatty kind of videos for a little while. I've done some in the past where it's been mechanisms to help cope with anxiety, depression, and like a lot of input from my Instagram followers over what has helped them, as well as me putting my piece in and what's helped me. Today's video is not going to be a massively long one, but it is one I've wanted to do for a while and have been intending to do and just haven't done. Probably ironically, seeing as I'm talking about mental health, because I get super anxious and talk myself out of doing anything. But I feel like today is my moment to do this. So you can possibly tell from the title that it's going to be about the saying which goes, "Life is too short." I have a problem with using this saying, and not necessarily in certain contexts. I feel like used in the right moment, it's fine. It can be the kind of thing where if somebody is deciding whether or not to do something and they're kind of debating that thought with you and you're just like, oh hell yeah, you only live once, life's too short, go do it. So I'm not saying that this saying should never be used, but what I am bringing to the forefront today and discussing, hopefully with you guys, if you want to leave your thoughts, please feel free to comment. What I am bringing up today is the fact that when I was really struggling with my mental health, either going through my breakdown or going through my healing, this was used in conversation with me about me and my life. Life's too short. And it was the most unhelpful sentence that I could have ever imagined, because it made me feel like I didn't have time to heal, like I didn't have time to be unwell, like I didn't have time for the situation I was currently in. And it just scared me. And for someone who was already dealing with a lot of panic and anxiety, the last thing I needed was that to be compounded with more of that, with more panic, that I'm running out of time to deal with the panic, that I should be anxious about the fact that I'm anxious and then not be able to deal with the anxiety because I feel like I need to be moving on and getting better. So I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like what we say to people in conversation when they're dealing with mental health issues is extremely important, and it needs to be thought about. And I just thought it should be out there that things like this aren't helpful. I'd be interested to hear, if you're dealing with mental health issues, whether you agree. Do you, like, please feel free to leave a comment. Would you agree that this would be unhelpful for you? Because I know for me, life didn't feel short and sweet, and doesn't really now either. It felt long and tough, and being told life's too short just didn't help me in any way, shape or form. And I just needed to be able to focus on what I was going to do that hour and make sure I got through that hour. I certainly didn't need to be given a bigger picture of life as a whole and trying to fit everything in because it's going to be over soon. So I wanted to talk about this. Let me know if you feel the same way, if you feel differently. For me, coming back from my mental breakdown, and I say coming back because I dealt with a lot of dissociation, and I still do now, but not on such a big level. But for the dissociation that I dealt with, I had lost a lot of memory, and coming back from that, losing so much of my memory, then having comments said like life is too short, I really felt like I was running out of time and that I couldn't then make up the time that I'd lost. And it was just more terrifying, and it's also just so untrue. I don't mind that saying being used, like I say, in certain contexts, but I just think to people who are struggling with their mental health and really need to focus on what's right in front of them in that next hour, making a bigger picture out of certain things that we say is not sensible, and it's not helpful, it's not safe. I just want to add as well, yes, it was unhelpful for me when I was going through my darkest times, but I definitely find this phrase still really unhelpful. I guess because I'm still healing and still going through recovery and still having therapy and still dealing with my mental health every single day. Maybe that's why, but I still find this phrase really unhelpful. It doesn't make me want to get up and go and do more things and fit more in. It makes me want to lie down in bed and cover my head and hide from the world because it just feels like too much pressure. And I guess I just want you to know today, if you are dealing with your mental health and you are being told things like life is too short or sayings that are just not helpful for you, I would just like to hopefully relate to you in some way today and just let you know that that is not the case. You have time to heal. You have time to do what you're doing right now. You have time to focus on just what's in front of you and to focus on the next hour or 10 minutes or 2 minutes if you need to. You have time for that. Life is not too short for that. You have time for that right now. So I'm going to bring this video to a close now. It wasn't ever supposed to be a long one. I only have so much to say on this. It'd be interesting to hear or to read what you guys have to say on this. And also if anybody's watching and they have things that have been said to them that aren't this quote, but that have been unhelpful, maybe leave them in the comments so that we can all know what is not helpful to say at moments like this. And also if you have things that have been said to you that are helpful and have really helped you through the difficult times, leave those as well, because then we can kind of work together on understanding each other and being supportive for each other and saying the right things to each other. Until the next video, which I will try and make as soon as possible, and we'll talk some more mental health stuff. Thank you so much for listening to me today and for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, look after yourself because you are really important, and I'll see you next time.